The world seems like it's crashing, and I want to show you guys a few videos that I've been watching, and they are like really devastating because it shows that even the first world is disintegrating into a third world economy.
I'm at Walmart right now. Tell me if I'm tripping, but the price of meat has significantly gone up. Like, are we dead serious right now? Like, are we dead ass? Is this real life? I am so shocked. Like, I am so shocked. Is this real life? This is expensive.
You don't need me to tell you that grocery prices are insane in the States, but I bought this Napa cabbage the other day. I used a few of the outer leaves, so it was a little bit bigger than it is now. Still a hefty boy. I paid $14 for this. Yes, one vegetable was $14. Uh, is this normal? Like, I've never bought a Napa cabbage. We made some okonomiyaki. It was delicious, but expensive. I mean, one vegetable in the States is as much as like going out to a restaurant and ordering an entree. What are you paying for a Napa cabbage where you live? Like, how much does this cost in Portugal, for example? Because this was insane. And I don't know if it would be an okonomiyaki sin to use normal cabbage that was only $1, but yeah, this was a pricey investment. I get that prices are relative everywhere around the world. I understand that if it's cheaper somewhere, people make less. But come on, $14 for a vegetable? That just seems like price gouging to me, don't you think?
All of us should thank for whatever situation we're in because we're always from social media and from the all the media, we're always seeing this flashy lifestyle, this billionaire status, the people sitting in yachts smoking cigars, and people throwing out around $10,000 $50,000 in like an hour or two, and this lavish spending lifestyle, which is um, not like sustainable for anyone in the coming years. What is about to happen? So let's just watch a video or two, and then I'll continue my discussion. So yes.
Irritated, and I have been feeling irritated for 2 days. I'm going to do another post related to how well we're doing or not doing. How many of you have some kind of medical thing you need to do, but you can't afford it? Just curious. Let's take a poll. How many of you have something that you need to have done that you can't do? I'll go first. I have some kind of thing going on with my right arm, and I most likely probably need surgery because I think it's related to the ulnar or radial nerve, and I could barely raise my right arm. But I also have a shoulder that needs to be replaced, and neither of which I can afford to even go to the doctor to have assessed because I can't afford just the office visit copay, let alone the surgery copay. And then my doctor ordered me one medication recently, which the insurance decided I didn't need and they weren't going to cover, and it's $500 a month. So I had to decline it because I can't afford it. So now it's your turn. What are you not doing?
I've been in depression recovery for a year now. And the one thing that no one ever talks about, that I never talk about, that is essential for mental health, that a lot of times you don't have a lot of control over, is money. And I know this because we had not financial stability, but the hope of financial stability for 2 months. And in those 2 months, my mental health went like being in recovery and being okay to good. Nothing else changed except for money. And now that we're back down here to, oh, no stability, and you're never going to have stability. People like to say money doesn't fix everything. I literally, if I had money, it would fix everything. Would life still be hard? Yes. But I wouldn't have the stress of trying to figure out if I could pay my rent, mortgage, put food on the table, going to the hospital because I'm on day 8 of being sick and they probably have pneumonia. I'm convinced if people had a living way, if they could pay their bills, if they could take one vacation a year, depression rates would plummet.
That is like a third world country situation where people are so below the poverty line that they can't afford 2 meals or 3 meals a day. They can't afford to feed their children. And places like Pakistan, there are a lot of children with stunted growth because they haven't have had the right nutrition. But now we're talking about the United States of America, where people are making like $60,000 a year. Some people are making six figures in a year and still they are struggling. And when we hear this lady that we just were hearing that she is struggling so much, there's this other lady who left her home with like $200, and that was the last $200 that she had. And she was standing in the grocery line, and when she put her card in, the card got declined, and there was a long line of people standing right beside her, and she was so humiliated and embarrassed because everyone knew that her card got declined. Because when she left her home, the bank automatically deducted like $150 from her credit card. And she only had like $50 left, so she had to put some of the groceries back and take the rest of them. And that's the point. It's not that this woman uh, had like didn't have like a nice family background, or she didn't have a job. It's because the living expenses have become so astronomically high all over the world, not just in America, but also in Canada, America, Australia, and the Europe, that people are really struggling. Even people who have like a $60,000, $70,000 salary a year, they're struggling to make it through the month. Some people, if they eat in the morning, if they let their kids eat, then they can't eat. If they eat, the kids can't eat. And this is the dollar getting devalued over the years. The dollar has like lost 99% of its value since only 1973. There used to be a time when you could buy, 50 years ago, you could buy an ounce of gold for like uh, 24, $25. And now you can't get that same ounce for even $4,000. So, did the value of the gold go up? No, it's vice versa. The value of the dollar went down to such an extreme that the dollar is absolutely worthless. And there's like student loan debt, which is over $1 trillion. And then used to be that you bought a car, and by the time you completed the 5 year plan or the 10-year plan, the value of your car went up. But these days, it's the opposite, and especially in America. The people they take these humongous car loans, and they're so proud of getting a new car. And then when they're making the payments, when they're done with their payments, the car has already lost 50% of their value. And you know how these loans work. The first few years, you're just paying the principal, you're just paying the interest. And after like the second year, then you start making your first payment for your car. So it's like really a devastation, because in one hand, people want to do this Instagram lifestyle, this influencer lifestyle, in which they want to show these lavish parties and these expensive yachts and these $1 million houses and their Ferraris and their Lamborghinis. But it all comes for a price. I mean, you could do something like that back when America was booming and Europe was booming, and there were like there was an economic miracle going on. But now, when the whole world is facing something very big that is coming to the economic world, and it's going to really be devastating to everyone. So now people are on another angle.
And something that we as Pakistanis should realize, that we're always
So
crying over this inflation, and महंगाई के ऊपर हम लोग बहुत रोते रहते हैं, लेकिन we should realize that since 2008 financial crisis, the inflation all over the world, especially on food prices, especially on utility bills, has been rising. I mean, Pakistan is not the only place where the bills have risen and the food prices have risen. In Europe and in UK, in the US, and all these Western countries, the food prices have gone much more higher than they are have gone in Pakistan. So we should be thankful to Allah that still we can afford two times meal.
But can you say that for the rest of the Pakistan? Because the
Yeah.
electricity cost and the bills have gone so up. And
Yeah.
what do you think about? You think that the food prices have remained stable? I think that the basic necessities like rice, wheat, and everything has gone so up,
Yeah.
and people are going from Pakistan to the Western world. It's not that.
And buying $14 cabbage.
But it's we can't be haters. It's not that Asia is in such a good state and the United States is in such a bad state. It's the whole world is suffering right now,
Mhm.
and
But at least we should know that, no? Because here in Pakistan, people are just like our media, especially our news media. They're always crying about so much inflation because of, Imran Khan or Shehbaz Sharif and this and that, and they don't tell the people that actually the whole world is going through the same thing.